believe I cheated the river with Judas. Tearing down the barrel of his gun, yes, he shot me down. I died and someone brought me back to life, but never to my senses. Pounce on that shit, damn. Pounce on that shit, damn.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Ooh, child. I don't know if I don't know. It's on the phone. Who knows? Child, come on. Come on. Come on. We come on. We got some discussions. Come on. We finna go to Love and Marriage Huntsville House first. And then we're gonna slide on over to the Real Housewives of Atlanta Tea. So I wanna give y'all a recap, and then we're gonna jump over to the teas. We got a lot to discuss, so let me pull up my stuff. So Love and Marriage Huntsville is back once again. They are back, child. They came back Saturday. And we're gonna get into a quick review. So they came back, honey. And Chris was facing a fallout for not having Nell's back during the family dinner. So as we saw that Nell had she fixed Chris a drink or whatever in the theater room. And Nell at the family dinner, before all of that, her and Chris got had a dinner, and she got into it with the kids because she felt like the kids just didn't appreciate her. Nobody had her back. And then now she's having a conversation with Chris, and she was like, we need to talk because I feel like the kids make me upset, take me to another level, and you just sit there and you don't say anything. And he was like, I'm like, what? I've been doing this for years. And she said that, he don't say anything. He just sit there and listen, and, he'll try to figure out how to handle the situation instead of just jumping in all the time. So he trying to hear both sides because he got to listen to it. And Nell was like, no, but at least do something. And Chris said, I can't just slap him and all of that. He said, I understand how you feel, but I have to be level headed with all of this. Because he's saying like she can, she'll feel some type of way, she like, hell, she just, she a hothead. Like, we ain't gonna lie, Nell just a get up, walk away, cuss everybody out. And Chris is very level-headed for her. He's very much he don't want to add too much to it every time it goes on, which I understand of that, but she was telling him she got mad and it's emotional till she cried because it hurt her, because she said she didn't say anything. He didn't have her back, and that hurt her feelings. And he's kind of like, okay. I think, and he says, okay, he understands, he takes it in consideration that that's what he wants her to do. So we go to Destiny, Letitia, and Kimmy are hanging out. So, Letitia, Destiny, Letitia, and Kimmy have a conversation. They ask Destiny what she's been up to. So Destiny say, well, I had a luncheon with Martell and Chris, and Letitia rolls her eyes. And, Destiny is telling her how, Chris had a very great saying how Nell felt, and they rolling their eyes, and she say here out she see the perception because at some point she feel like she was being jumped on, which I agree. I feel like she was being jumped on. I feel like it was Kimmy and Letitia against Nell, and it's kind of like I understand we said Kimmy never have Tisha back, but at some point it did feel like a jump on. It kind of did because it went left. So, Letitia in her confessional, child. and say that Nell came in a conversation with dark energy. And Kimmy said even if she felt that way at the end of the day, four out of five people had things to say to her of doing that. It's because of what she was saying, because they feel like she can't. Well, three out of five because they feel like she was hollering and coming at them wrong. And Kimmy said she didn't like her hollering at her. She didn't like that. And Letitia was like, people upset because they trying to hold her accountable. And Destiny was like, but that's the other side. And Destiny feel like, it is what it is. But it's given that Letitia and Kimmy are bullies because, Destiny trying to explain it and she say, you may have my entire point. Kimmy say, you may have my entire point. Like shutting Destiny up and say, can we talk about something else? And Letitia tell my cheers to that. I'm kind of like, really? I'm just like, really? And Kimmy say she was 100% wrong because a lot of people was telling her she was hollering, yelling, and to calm down. So then they decided to ask Destiny about who she went out on a date with. And basically, she went on a date with the man that got a whole bunch of baby mamas and kids. And so they asked that he get kicked to the curb. And she said he not kicked to the curb. And she was like, basically, she only seen Will once or whatever. But I feel like the date with Will didn't go great because Destiny really ain't been saying nothing. So Kimmy was like, what happened to Googly Eyes? She said, it's not her business. She told her to do her boo-boo. She's saying in her confessional, but she trying to figure out what's going on because it's Will. And she said she back in the basket because she want them to find small items from the home. And I guess that's sentimental. I guess she's going to have a basket party or so. So then we go into Destiny. This episode was very short. Well, how does it? Oh, I keep holding it. Hold on, y'all. I keep holding the thing. My bad. This new episode was short. So then you have Destiny and Nell having a conversation. I'm going to let y'all hear. Hold on. I think I can let y'all hear some audio. Hold on.
That, well, Chris said that you felt like you were being ganged up on.
I did.
By everybody?
Yes. What did y'all think y'all doing here? Gang up on me? Oh, I didn't say you. Oh, okay. I didn't say you. I'm strictly talking about 1.0 and 2.0. With you, I said I'm not talking to you. I was really talking to Letitia and Kimmy. But I feel like you just kind of jumped at like, well, wait, I haven't done nothing. But you were so quick
To say that I wasn't a part of that.
Right.
I want to be quick on it.
But it was the way you did it to me. And that's when Letitia like, oh my God, the victim. Like, and I'm like,
yeah, Letitia made it more than what it was. I'm sorry. Me and Letitia the same sign. I love Letitia. Letitia was being dramatic as hell. Girl, ain't nobody asked for all of that.
I'm not
you
trying
didn't have
to
to
play
be dramatic.
victim. I just really feel like I was being ganged up on. I have a problem sometimes communicating, especially when I have so much going on around.
I know. And now you got
my
this
kids,
grandbaby.
right? My niece, my marriage. It's a lot. My business. I deal with other people's kids. So by the time I get to this group of ladies,
she's tired.
I just want peace, really. Just don't poke me. I have so much going on in my own personal life right now that this mess that Letitia Scott got going on with her and me, I don't even have time for it right now.
It's so much miscommunication in this group. And then when we get to the acknowledgement of miscommunication, it still goes nowhere. Like, I can acknowledge the fact that it could have been perceived as you being ganged up on. Now feeling ganged up on, I can kind of see that. Do I really think it was intentional? No. But I can see how I felt that way.
This is the same thing that Mel was talking about with feeling like she was ganged up on and they wasn't supporting her. And then they were like, oh, well, she got new friends and she don't want to be friends with us. And because y'all have made her feel ganged up on. Stormy left because she felt the same way. I hate to say that. I hate to say that. I hate to say that. So, after all of that, Destiny say they're going to the winery, they're taking a trip, they're going to have an amazing time, and she wants to invite everyone. She told Nell about her date, and they had a conversation, and then they had a sentimental moment about how special Nell is, and the power inside of her, and they see how she is, and she's great. And they made up, and then Nell was saying that what she have with Destiny is a real friendship, is real, but she's not there like that with everybody else in the group. She's not. I think it's gonna take some time, because that's the same way that Mel felt. It's only, but we're gonna get into it. But that's how Mel felt. Now, when they go on this wineries trip, what is crazy is it's only Kimmy, Letitia, and Destiny in the car, and then it's Nell and Latrice. And Latrice was having a conversation with Nell, saying, what happened? And she was like, she's like having a conversation that maybe they can come to a mutual understanding right now. And they'll say she don't know because she don't have a problem with nobody. She don't have a problem with Tisha. The only issue she had with Tisha was she don't want her granddaughter talked about on the show for various reasons. I don't know what's going on between her son and the granddaughter's mom, but there are reasons that it don't need to be talked about. Letitia, to me, I feel like Letitia don't know if it's a legal situation or they're co-parent to see how it go, or it's not where it should be. She don't know. You can't just be bringing yourself whoop-de-whoop-de-doo, having a conversation about something because you feel like you want to be Marlo 2.0 and tell everybody business. Let somebody else invade into the storyline when it's time, girl. You can't control everybody's storyline. Like, girl, come on now. So Destiny said she had a conversation with Nell with her coming in, and just go have fun and everything. So as they take a ride, everybody's having a conversation. Then Destiny decided to want to pull over and check on them and see how they doing. So then they pulled over, and Latrice gets in the car with Letitia and Kimmy, and Destiny gets in the car with Nell, and they're having a conversation. So they were sitting here talking. Latrice asked what they missed, and then Kimmy say she was holding Destiny accountable. That's all. And Letitia said, yeah. And, holding her conversations, holding her accountable for the conversations because they feel like Destiny is in the middle of Nell and Tisha in the back and forth situations. And I feel like Trish and Destiny are trying to get them to have a conversation to smooth the ice over. I don't know where the situation if it's a problem with Nell and Tisha. I'm trying to figure out, Kimmy, where you got how you incorporated into this. And shout out to Kimmy with the red hair, by the way. I like the red on her. It's spicy. I need her to keep that red. I want to see her in a ginger. Oh, I think that'll be cute. Did she do ginger before? I think she did. But I want to see her with red with like a streak of blonde in the front, like the money streak, with a side part, with some layers and some curls. I understand Maurice can't keep her hands off you. He probably can't keep your hands off you with that. Okay. So then Destiny asked how was, Latrice, and the conversation with Latrice. And she said it was lovely. And, Destiny said she want to make sure everybody get to know each other, have a good time, have fun. They don't know the depths of each other. It's like they know each other to a surface and to go along and get along. And they having a conversation in a ride about, her dating life and stuff. So she kind of like it's kind of with Lance, with the googly eyed godson of hers. And she say it's kind of like forbidden fruit because, Lance gave his blessing or whatever. But at the same time, they had shut the restaurant down and had dinner and didn't want to leave at all. So she's saying it was a great date. So now they go out to the winery to the dinner. Let's skip to the juice, to the potatoes, the meat and potatoes with the side and the rolls and the couple of wine. So Nell saying that she has a lot on her plate. She's talking to the ladies and saying, she got a lot on her plate with the ladies right now. And she has, a business, a child care center, adult children, and Tisha just sitting here like, I don't know. Listen, I have to give Tisha grace. Tisha, I understand we're going into our villain era, okay? But you got to calm down. Relax. Relax. Relax, girl. From Libra to Libra. Relax, girl. Calm down. You are from the corner all the way to the other side of the wall. Relax. Girl, just listen. I understand you and your feels because she told you shut the F up. All you gotta say is, yeah, I feel some type of way because you told me shut the F up. Like, how you think I'm supposed to feel? Like, how, come on, Tisha. You being sarcastic with a string along with it. Girl. So, everybody listening, and she says she's not in the best space right now with the group and everything because she has so much going on. And her and Kimmy, Kimmy apologized. They had a moment, and Tisha's still mad at her, but she's just not as close to them to share some of her stuff because she's like, listen, I got a lot going on, but we haven't built that bond to where I can trust you enough, and I agree, to share this stuff with y'all that I have personally. I have to make sure I can trust you enough, which Nell is saying is, to share what's really going on. Like, there's some stuff really, really going on. And she want to have a vulnerable moment with the ladies without feeling like she could be judged by the group. And, she's saying that's how she moved. For her to share things that are very deep, she has to feel close in being able to do it. And then Tisha was sitting here confession saying that Nell need to learn how to communicate and have her aim and learn to be transparent because she told them to be transparent. Tisha, I don't like this with you. You being a butthole. So Tisha was saying she don't know if it's possible for them to move forward because they're not being transparent. And she's saying it's not okay for somebody in the group to go back and talk about another person to the other ladies in the group. And it gets back to the person that they're talking about. She can't say it in their face. So she says she has a problem with the ladies in the group that, she's basically saying Nell to have things to say about her and her marriage and her husband. And then decide, she feel like don't say it to Latrice or Destiny, but you can't tell it to her. And she got a problem with that. But my thing is, okay, girl, you have said stuff about people marriages too. Oh, we ain't to Stacy yet, but we coming to Stacy. We gonna look at that interview right after I do my Love and Marriage recap. Excuse me, and we gonna talk about Sharice and how she really feel about Ashley. Hold on, we almost there because I'm on the last bit. Hold your horse, baby. We about to get into a good puppy ride. We at the tip. We ain't there yet. So, Nell was saying, that, she was like, she don't understand. She was like, well, she understand that, but she wasn't trying to be that way. And then Letitia was like, her energy was extremely high. And Nell said, if I say anything about you, it was before I sat down and talked to you at the coffee shop. If I said anything. And Kimmy was like, well, the conversation was before the coffee shop when you talked about, was before that. She said, yeah. And then, that really was before the coffee shop. That I don't know why Letitia feel like it wasn't. It was before the coffee shop because this conversation happened before the coffee shop. I don't know why she feel like it was before the coffee shop. So Letitia's talking about making reservations like the lady, but the lady talked about you and said for you to keep her name out her mouth was before y'all sit down at the coffee shop. So Letitia was saying what the thing was for them to have a conversation to see why she had a conversation with Trish about how she wasn't being transparent. She told Destiny to keep her name out her mouth, and she said that she need to be concerned about the video of her husband, and she felt like that wasn't okay. And her thing is, let me tell you something. What my issue is, she says they'll never be okay. Letitia get mad at everybody else but her mom. When it comes to that marriage, I don't know what it is, but she get mad at everybody about that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody else catch the thing, and she says she don't like how Nell moved, and they met, and she broke down in front of her, and they thought they had a moment, and go back, and she crap on her to Destiny, and that's not okay with her. So Nell is saying she's deflecting on her own self, and she say that Latrice been getting in her face and in her husband's face, and Letitia say, "Wow, I've been doing that." Say she got in her face at her birthday party. She sure did. She got in her husband's face last year, talking about get your wife and all that. She got in Nell face last year about at her birth at Trish at her birthday party. And Letitia like, well, do we move on and talk about it? And Nell was like, even at the activity, she brought all this stuff up because they can't move forward because Nell keep apologizing, and Letitia still has some underlying selfish staying still. So Destiny feel like her trip ain't going as planned, and Tisha seemed like it does seem like Tisha came to fight with everybody. It seemed like Tisha got a problem with Destiny coming back telling her something. It seemed like Tisha got a problem with Latrice coming back telling her something. She probably got a problem with Kimmy coming back, having her back, and then she want to sit here and have excuses. And I agree with Nell because there's no ownership of that child. So we're gonna see what happened on the next episode. I don't know what Tisha issue is. It seems like it's a villain error on this show. I know she's been on the show for a while. I don't know if production is telling her to bring her villain side and it makes her look even better. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know, honey. Excuse me, but what I can tell you is a mess. All right. Hold on. Let me go to my watch laters because we got some videos to discuss, honey. Child, we finna discuss the interview with Carlos King. We finna get into that in a minute. Baby, I clutched my pearls. So let me go into this. So y'all know that, let's get into the Real Housewives gist of it. Y'all know that they are filming Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17. I'm excited. I'm ready for it. But this the tea I did not see coming on my bingo card. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Portia Williams and Shamia Morton almost came to blows during their cast trip in Scotland, but Drew broke it up. Baby, let's read the tea. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Neighbors, y'all know I keep my ears out there in the streets. And the tea is brewing. This is from Kyle, honey, the CEO. Somebody contact Kyle and say, baby, they about to bump. They about to bump. And everybody was like, this make me sad. We don't understand why. I knew this was coming. And the tea is brewing in the A and with our Southern Belle Peaches, specifically with Portia Williams and Shamia Morton. So as far as we know, Drew and Portia are cool. They're back okay. Now, during filming, K. Michelle and Drew was finna go blow to blow. Now it's Shamia and Portia? Last season, we saw their lifelong friendship deteriorate before our eyes, and viewers are expected to see the continuation of the fallout on this upcoming season, with things escalating to the point that the hands were almost thrown. My source down in the A told me that during their cast trip in Scotland, Portia and Shamia got into a heated, nasty old argument, and it got to the point where the two almost put the paws on each other. But Drew Sador stepped in the middle before laces went flying, baddie style. Child, we're in season 7. I want to know where it's at too. Like I told y'all before, season 17 will be coming after Real Housewives of Potomac is officially getting ready to end, and we get a reunion. We should be getting a trailer by the end of their first or second, going into that last episode of the season. So we will be getting that, and then we'll be getting a date on when it will be released. Now, usually Potomac does, Real Housewives of Atlanta does come out 2 weeks after Potomac does end their reunion. So I'm waiting to see that because we're almost to the closing stages of Married to Medicine. Now, y'all know the first 2 or 3 weeks, Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine do collide for the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then we go on to a Real Housewives of Atlanta full thing. I don't know what's going on. I hope these girls can fix it, because the last time I checked, when it came to Shamia birthday, they were showing shade. Before Shamia and after Shamia birthday, then when it came to Portia's birthday, they was throwing a little shade, but then they forgave each other and said they love each other. First they was throwing shade on Shamia birthday, then it was love. Then I don't know what these two got going on. They need to have a sit down. Now let me tell you the real tea what's going on, y'all. Let's get to the juice and the berries now. Sharice did an interview with Carlos King, and he had asked her about Miss Thing, Miss Forehead Ashley, Miss Thing. So Miss Thing said that she told Sharice she kissed her son, and something happened that night after they left her charade. Remember when they went to Sharice's house and all the ladies met and the son was at the door? That son that was at the door had a little rendezvous with Ashley. So he asked her about it. We finna get into it. Let me see. So she goes we're going to listen to some of her interviews, but we're going to find this clip, because I say, what now? The way she did Ashley, and the way she said Ashley has been lying for 10 years, child.
All these things, and people really have no idea what really goes on. But I went in thinking, I'm just going to catch up with the girls. It was actually a great scene. It was fun. It was a lot of laughter. And they didn't use the scene. And I was just like, damn, I didn't even use that. That was a great scene. Like, these women have been fighting all season. You finally get a friend scene that seems very genuine, and you don't even use it. And then down the road, it's like, well, 2 weeks earlier, and it shows just that one portion where Ashley is dropping this bomb in my lap. And to be quite honest with you, Carlos, I didn't believe her. Ashley has been lying for 10 years. So when she's saying this to me, I'm honestly waiting for the prank, or I did not believe her. And in my head, I'm thinking, I know she is not that desperate for a storyline, that she's bringing my son into this. Like, I didn't believe it. But then she says he initiated a kiss with her. This is what she tells me. That's all it was. He initiated, he like pulled her in or something. And I'm not thinking to myself, that doesn't sound like my son, but okay. But I just didn't believe her. Honestly, I didn't believe it. And then fast forward, now that the show is aired, it's turned into,
well, let me stop you there. Okay. So when she tells you the day y'all taped the scene that we saw, right? Because of course this happened months ago. Right. So months ago, when your friend Ashley tells you she made out with your son, you're saying, look, Ashley's a liar. She lies all the time. Well, not all the time. You didn't say that. She lies.
Okay. All the time. But go ahead.
Okay. She lies all the time. And you thought like, okay, this girl is desperate for a storyline. So that day or days after, weeks after, or months after, did you and your son Jackson ever talk about what Ashley told you that day?
Okay. In all honesty, because I really didn't believe her. I never asked Jackson. I just said, I heard Ashley had the hots for you. That's what I said. And Jackson laughed it off. And that was the only thing said when we were, and I'm still not believing this story. So I'm like, I'm going to bring Jackson to the little cowboy thing they had, right? I did not believe it. When I had Jackson come to film that day, my son wants to be a model and all the things, right? So like, give him a little exposure. So I'm like, come on, come film with me. And then I'm like, maybe he really did kiss her, right? But that's all I'm thinking. It was a kiss. That's it. But so I don't know why. Like, I read a lot where people felt like I should have been like going off on Ashley. And I honestly don't agree with that, because first of all, again, I'm thinking she's lying. But if my grown son initiated something with her, why am I going off? This is a 27, well, he was 25 at the time, but he's 27 years old. nothing for nothing, Ashley's not a bad looking girl. She's a hottie. You know what I'm saying? So if I was my son, I could see him being a little la over Ashley. You know what I'm saying? So why would I get mad that my son took the initiative to kiss her? But she presented it wrong. She lied when she presented it. They wanted a reaction from me. If they wanted a reaction, they should have told the truth. The truth was, now she's saying, which I still know, I don't know, because I have not even asked my son the part about them sleeping together. Like now she's saying they've slept on multiple occasions and he's good in bed. I've been hearing all these stories, you know? So I'm like, what is the motive here? What is the motive?
Ashley, what the hell? I feel like Ashley got kind of like a little kink shame now with younger men a little bit, because you know she that older man done left her to whatever, and it's giving, you know, I don't know, y'all. It's a little weird. Why would Ashley decide to say that? Like, why would you sit here and say to other people that, oh, y'all had great ex and all that, but Sharice's supposed to be your friend? I don't know. She's weird.
You know, you're that thirsty that you need to use my son to, you know, come up with what you think is something relevant. It to me is disgusting, honestly. You know, what woman would sleep with their friend? We're friends. Right. Their friend's son. You know, it's just it's tacky. But again, Carlos, I really didn't believe the story, and I think honestly, part of me wants to be in denial about it, honestly, because I don't want to believe that she could be that low to want to use my son for a storyline. Because when Andy, I saw on Watch What Happened Live. I always say that wrong. Watch What Happens Live. He asked her, did I know? And then she said something about, something about if she looked at her camera lights in her house. So now you're implying that you done had my son in my house. See, this is the shit you should have said when we were sitting in the restaurant if you wanted a reaction. Not Mir Jackson kind of kissed me, that, you know, type of thing. But now it's a whole, it's crazy.
So let's talk about this. So Ashley did go and Watch What Happens Live. She intimated that your son, who is 27 years old, and she's 37, and look, grown adults, consenting adults, 10-year age difference, they're grown. So for you, it's less about your son, allegedly, because again, you haven't asked Jackson, so we've never heard his side of the story. I'm assuming that Jackson is the type of guy who's not going to kiss and tell. And listen, you raised a great man who doesn't feel the need to brag about the women he slept with, allegedly. Is it more about the fact that you considered Ashley to be a friend, and the fact that she is going on Watch What Happens Live and doing these interviews, talking about how your son is good in bed and they hooked up multiple times, and she was never woman enough to have that conversation with you face to face?
Exactly. Like, even the mere fact that you'd go on national television to disclose this. As my friend, I think you should have said to me, you know what, this is what happened, and that she was going to move in that way, or some, I don't know. I just thought it was just tacky. Like, why are you doing this? And I was told that she wanted to bring the story up 2 years ago. 2 years ago, you were trying to make it your storyline then. Andy asked her.
Wait a damn minute now. Wait a minute now. Wait a damn minute. Ashley, you know you wrong as hell.
Did I know? Did she tell me? And why didn't she tell me? And she said, because Jackson didn't want me to know. Okay. He didn't want me to know, but you go on national television to tell me that he hooked up with, he initiated kissing you or whatever. But now you're on a roll talking about a relationship. If this was the other way around and it was Jackson was Ashley, 37, and Ashley was Jackson, 27, the woman, the roles reversed, people would see this thing so differently. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, for me, when she's telling me, I'm in a sense thinking about my own life at 25. At 25, Carlos, do you know, I was dating their father at 25. He was in the process of a divorce. He had 2 kids. He had by his wife. He had 2 other kids by 2 other women. And I married that man. Okay. So, like, I can't get mad at nothing anybody does because I don't much less my child. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get mad at him for doing whatever he chose to do if he did it. But at the same time, it's how it was put out there. I thought it was low. And for the record, my friends, none of them would ever do such a thing. Like, Ashley doesn't operate like my friends. Like, for the way that I grew up, when your friends' kids become your kids. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the age is, they become your kids. And so to be interested in your friend's kid that you now consider like a brother or nephew, it's ancestral to me. You know, but I also understand that she doesn't navigate like people like me. Her mindset is a little different than how I am. I mean, she was married to Michael. They had a whole open relationship. You know what I'm saying? So her thought process about sexual relations is a lot different than mine. There's no boundaries for her. Nothing's off limits. Period.
Before I get to the next question, I do want to ask you on the record, Jackson is your son. You two are very close. Mm-hmm. Why, even today, haven't you spoken to Jackson about it? What is your reason to ask his mother to not bring it up?
You know, Carlos, I respect the privacy of people, even my children. I think they're entitled to do what they want to do. Part of me was like, okay, I'm going to be talking to Carlos. Maybe I should just ask him, you know. I know it's going to be an awkward thing for him, you know. So I've never got into their personal lives of what they're doing sexually, you know, or not. Yeah, and maybe, and again, like I said, Carlos, part of me wants so bad to believe that this is just another stunt of hers and that it's not true. But, you know, I was talking to Robin the other day and she said, well, don't be naive, Sharice. Don't be naive, you know, because
does Robin think it's true?
Well, yeah, of course she does.
What about Giselle? Have you spoken to Giselle about this?
She's probably talked to Giselle. That's where Robin would know her information from.
Okay.
But just because it's coming from Giselle don't mean it's necessarily true either, because her and Ashley sit in the laboratory and create stories for everybody except themselves, really. So
wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Wait. No, listen, it's no shade, but they've been doing it this season where they help the story. Okay.
It is what it is, you know.
I know. Why do you say that Giselle and Ashley be in the laboratory cooking up storylines?
I mean, like, honestly, Carlos, the way that this group has evolved, it's so crazy to me. It's like, I remember years ago, it was Cynthia's 50th birthday. Mm-hmm. I was in Atlanta. Yeah. I was at her party. And that was my first time seeing Atlanta film. And then the next day we're hanging out. And the thing was, there were no cameras, but it was the same people. You know what I'm saying? And they were shady in real life, just as they were on television. They were who they were. you know? Whereas like now I find like these other shows like Potomac, they have these characters that come in and they want to be a character and they don't want to live their real lives, you know? And so, or they'll dictate what part of their lives that they want to live. I will say for myself, when I was on the show, I was willing to open up my life. I was going through a divorce, initially wasn't, but I was going through, I have always been open to my reality. I have offered so many things that was declined because, and they were good stories, you know, stories like my kids had siblings they didn't know that they were going to be meeting for the first time. I wanted to do that on national television because you know what? A lot of people have that same story. And I wanted to go through the whole process. I was declined. It's so many things that real life stuff that I'm declined, but then you have these ladies who are doing this fake television. And so for me, when you look at me season 1 to 3, that's when Potomac was still real in my mind.
Sorry.
And then it's this whole other self-production stuff that started taking place. So when I'm there, I'm not engaged because I'm a real chick. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to engage in the fakery of it all. Like even this season, everybody's going for Stacey. It's like, Stacey's a liar. Stacey. And I'm just like, this is all y'all got? Like, come on. Like, it was the weirdest thing to me. So literally every time I went to film, they were going at Stacey. The last time it was Angel. They were going.
They've been going at Angel. But I will say this, Stacey does have some kind of line stuff until she get I don't know. Stacey's weird. Now I like Stacey. They did go at Angel. They go at, and baby, they done talked about Stacey breath and all. I'm done. I'm tired. Let her cook and then we go to Stacey.
At Angel, you know? And it was just like, mercy. Okay. It's so fake. It's so, you know, I would say scripted, but the acting's so bad. But it's not even real. So Heather, I'm just there, Carlos. I promise you, I can't engage with all that fakeness. I really can't. So,
well, let me ask you this: who do you think is responsible for the fakeness that you say you see?
I don't know, because I think often these women, they live their storylines. Right? The fake storylines, they live it. You know, like if whatever they decide that season that they're going to portray, they live it like it's the truth. Like you'll talk to them and they'll live by that fake storyline, you know? So even though you're just like, come on now. But it's just different. It's different. It's not Atlanta. I don't know about the other shows. I don't know about Atlanta now. I'm just talking about Atlanta before. The one that I witnessed, those girls were the truth. You know what I'm saying? They were the truth. And everybody wants to be Nene. You know, Giselle, she wanted to be Nene. You know, everybody wants to be Nene. There's only one Nene. I'm sorry. Can't be duplicated ever. You know what I'm saying? Your question was about why I hadn't, do we finish that? Why I hadn't told Jackson?
Yeah, well, the thing is, you haven't asked Jackson about the validity of this sexual relationship or what have you, because number one, you said you don't talk to Jackson about, or your children. You don't talk to your kids about what they do in the bedroom.
No, I don't. I don't talk to anybody about what they do in their bedroom. I don't care. I only care about what's in my bedroom. Okay, that's it. You know, not much going on there.
Girl, with that blonde, honey, you may be having more encounters.
All right, y'all. So now we're gonna go to Stacey. She clarified. Listen, she basically said Ashley. She can't trust Ashley with that. Ashley is a liar. She say Ashley be lying. I didn't say it. She said it. Ashley be lying. So, I mean, it is what it is. Now, Stacey did her interview, and we are finna watch that, child. So, we're going to watch that interview with Stacey. We're going to be on here a little longer today. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me go back. And we're gonna watch this interview and break it down, child. It's an hour, but we're gonna have us a good time. We probably won't even watch the full hour. Let's get into it.
See Rush.
Yeah.
Stacy's here!
I love that we're hyping each other. We're like, yay! Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Well deserved.
I can't even, as you're giving me this intro, I can't even believe the words that are coming out of your mouth. This is so cool. I am so humbled and so grateful. I'm so excited to finally meet you. I've heard so many things about you.
Good things.
Always.
Okay, now.
Okay. I concentrate on the best things.
Don't go too far down the rabbit hole.
But I watch you every week and I adore you. So this feels so good. So thank you.
Where were you when you found out that you made Carlos King's list as the #1 reality star of the year?
Okay, so my publicist sent me an email and I read it and I didn't believe it. So I sent her a response saying, I need more clarification, please. Am I one of the nominees? Am I just doing a short video? Can you tell me exactly what I'll be doing? When are we filming? And they're like, no, crazy. He's saying that he wants to honor you and that you won. And I just couldn't even believe it. It just feels good to be seen. It feels good to feel loved. And after a crazy season, it feels good to have some positivity, you know?
Yes, and let's just start all positive. So for your award, I bought you a gift.
You did? I love a gift.
I did. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
It's much needed, allegedly. Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay, you ready for it?
Oh my God.
No, so listen, I'm gonna bring it to you now.
What is it? You better stop playing with me.
I bought breath mints.
Now, okay, now you better stop right now. I need you to come over here. Put that down on that table and come over here and come and smell me. Smell my body. Smell my.
Hold on, y'all. We got some tea. Ashley responded. We got to come back. Hold on. Let's put her on the what you call it real quick. Hold on. Ashley responded. Hold on. She responded to Sharice. Hold on. We're going to get back to it. I told you we're going to be on here for a couple of hours a day. It's fine. I could do two 3-hour lives.
This is not what I have social media for, but there's obviously a lot of discourse about me. I will say that I appreciate people who maintain the same energy.
Ashley, was you in here?
That they had during the season and the off season. I find it very odd for people who get all buck when the cameras go down. Very strange behavior to me, number one. Number two, I am a consenting adult, thankfully, who only engages with other consenting adults. And if we want to get into the nuances of that, that's fine. But consenting adult to consenting adult, always and forever, okay? So that's it, y'all. That's all I'm going to say about the issue right now. I'm not one to engage on social media like that. It's never been my forte. I will be perched and ready sitting on the couch at the reunion. I'm happy for anyone else who needs to use this opportunity for their 15 minutes of fame. I'd love for you to have that. Enjoy that. I also can acknowledge and take ownership of something that, and I don't usually come to social media if I maybe did wrong in a situation, but what I will not take ownership of is a false rumor or narrative about me that is completely untrue.
I gotta get in you, because if one of them boys came and told you the same thing, you would be living and throwing dirt and telling people business. Come on now.
I abide by the law. I respect the law. I don't do anything that violates the law, and I'm going to continue that way. So let's not perpetuate that, because it's never been true and never will be true. I maybe did wrong in a situation, but what I will not take ownership of is a false rumor or narrative about me that is completely untrue. I abide by the law. I respect the law. I don't do anything that violates the law, and I'm going to continue that way. So let's not perpetuate that, because it's never been true and never will be true. I maybe did wrong in a situation, but what I will not take ownership of is a false.
Ashley has been lying for 2 years.
So that's what she had to say, child. It's a false narrative, child. If it was them children coming to you, Dean, or any one of them, you wouldn't be sitting here saying out of your mouth that, oh, it's false, and you would feel the same way Sharice is feeling. So you need to put yourself in her shoes as a mom, even though she don't care. The fact that you are her friend, messing with her son, and decide to put this out there and thought it would be funny, that would be a problem, because somebody did that to you or did it with Dean, you would have a real fit. Now let's get into the text.
Smell my legs. Smell it all. Smell me. Smell my hair.
I'm done with
Smell me. Smell my breath.
Stacey say she don't stink.
What do you smell? Success.
Success. Okay.
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome, babe.
They were Joe and Stacey talking about her breath stink. Stacey say that she stinks. Stacey say, bitch, I don't stink.
You're a fool. I am not going to let a little mint shake me. Okay, thank you.
I love that you have a sense of humor. I know the team in the back is like, this actually stepped up and knocked his shit down. So
after you were mic'd perfectly and in place, they are going to cuss you out.
If you guys want to come in and fix me, I'm fine with that.
We are in so much trouble.
We're in so much trouble. So listen, there's so many things that I want to talk to you about. You have set Potomac on fire.
Have I?
No, so listen. And I say this with all sincerity, with all honesty. When it comes to selecting you, there were a lot of people, men, women, theys, that my team and I were going over, and it was truly undisputed when your name was mentioned. And we kept saying, like, okay, we kind of know it's her, but let's do our due diligence and name other people. And look, without naming names, there were other people from other shows, other networks, but
like Angela from Atlanta.
Angela Oakley from Atlanta.
I love her. I love her so much. I know she was a contender.
She was a contender. Olandria from Love Island. Mm-hmm. Somebody from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. But you really came on the show this season and made your mark. And it should be studied what you have done. You are a breath, pun intended, of fresh air. Okay, and you're what the doctor ordered.
Oh,
you are what the doctor ordered. This is a fantastic season. Shout out to the network, to Truly Original, Lorraine, Leola,
all the producers,
EJ, the entire team as well. But I want to get to know you first. You and I are both from Detroit, Michigan.
Yes.
Who was Stacey as a little Black girl in Detroit, Michigan?
You know, I think that it's really interesting that people, including my castmates, tend to say that I'm quirky or I'm different or, you know, a little strange. You know, I've heard that all my life. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, proud of the D, proud of the 313.
What up, though?
Yes. My mom was a single Black mom that raised me, no help from my father. He wasn't present in my life. I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. A lot of people don't know that. Yes, I was going to door selling watchtowers. Oh, wow. If you can imagine that. As
I think you knocked on mine a few times.
I didn't celebrate Christmas until I was 21 years old, until I moved out of my mother's house, you know? And so I'm saying all that to say I've always been raised to be resilient because I've been viewed as someone who's a little bit different, even just from my household. That's why I'm sharing that with you. Mm-hmm. So to be in a group of women who say, okay, well, she's not like everybody else. What's going on here? I'm used to that. And that's why I can roll with it. And I can let, you know, the scrutiny roll off my shoulders because I've been doing it all my life.
When it comes to the relationship that you did not have to your father growing up.
Yes.
Did you ever meet him?
Of course. No, I knew my father.
Okay.
I loved my father, but he just wasn't present in the way that we needed him to be. My mother was very much a single mom who raised her kids and worked very hard to give me so many opportunities that really have allowed me to even be sitting here right now. You know, she's that type of a woman. And she always taught me, And maybe it had a lot to do with my father not being present and us, being part of a religious community that was different than the norm. She always taught me, God bless the child that has its own. You are be reliant on self. And I've carried that with me my entire life. It really doesn't matter what other people may think about you or how they judge you. When you know who you are and you know that God is on your side, you'll just find that you're able to do anything. You really are unshakable when you know who you are and that God has you. And I'm used to the treatment. So I think that, when we talk about like where I come from the D and how I was raised and my mother and my humble beginnings, which I'm very proud of.
I can tell Troy.
I just think it's a testament to the woman that you see sitting here before you.
What is your relationship like now today with your father?
My father passed away.
I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So it's interesting. My father passed away suddenly and unexpectedly. And it was very difficult for me because there were a lot of moments and conversations that I didn't get to have. And I'm sure lots of people feel that way with their parents, about their parents when they pass away. But my mom and I decided after my father's funeral, we decided to take a trip to Miami and go to a spa and just spend some time together. And at the time, my mom was living in Detroit, but I was older when my father passed away. So I was actually living in Chicago. That's where I met AJ. So I was living in Chicago at the time. AJ. Yeah, we love AJ. I was living in Chicago at the time when my father passed away. So I met my mom in Miami. She flew from Detroit. I flew from Chicago. We had a week together. We held each other. We uplifted one another. And on the way back, we were on the plane and my mom was sitting by the window. I was sitting in the middle seat and the aisle was empty. And there was a man that was walking down the aisle, a tall white man with blue eyes and blonde hair. And we were on a flight back to Detroit because I wanted to make sure my mom was settled and well. And then I was going to catch a flight to Chicago in a couple days after our trip together. He was walking down the aisle and I looked him up and down and I said, well, clearly you're not from Detroit. What are you doing on this plane? That was Timo.
What?
Mm-hmm. I met Timo when my father passed away with my mother sitting beside me. There was an empty seat. He sat in that seat. He said, can I sit here and just talk to you? You're so beautiful. I said, well, I'm here with my mama. And if you want to sit, you can. Okay. And we just talked the entire flight. And when we landed in Detroit, he said, I'm only in town for a little while, but I'd love to see you. And the rest is history. We met in the air. We traveled to over 45 countries together. We have a child. Her
and Timo done traveled everywhere, child. I mean, Timo. I'm gonna start calling him Timo. What? Timo. I have to remember that. Timo. Okay. It's understood. It's understood. It's understood.
Her initials are Air because we met in the air. Arabella Issa Rush. Okay. And I know how people make fun of me about saying Arabella.
That is.
I don't know. Why do people make fun of me?
I think they make
it's Arabella.
Yes.
How would you say it?
The way you say it, you're the mama.
Arabella.
Arabella.
Listen, when you name your child, you better name your child a name that you want to say over and over and over again until you die. And I will never get tired of saying Arabella.
And I would never get tired of hearing it. That's a beautiful story.
Yeah, so that's how, inadvertently. And I forgot to mention something. On the day that we met, when I was with my mom coming back from laying my father to rest, spending time with my mother. When I met Timo, it was actually his dad's birthday, who has since passed. And so we always like to say that our fathers in some way brought us together,
I was going to ask you that too. Do you think spiritually your father sent you Timo?
I think that my father wanted me to be okay. And he wanted to make sure I was taken care of. All fathers want that for their baby girls, right? And I think, he left that seat and Timo filled it.
And I'm very spiritual.
So am
right?
I.
I'm very
So
spiritual.
am I.
And my spirit is telling me that Timo was sent to you to do what your father couldn't do or wouldn't do for you that you deserved.
Quite possibly.
Do you know what I mean? And because you guys been married for 16 years.
Almost 18
Almost
now.
18.
Well, I mean, well, we're not married right now.
Yeah.
We're divorced.
You're divorced.
Yes.
Is that true?
It's you better call TMZ. You better call TMZ.
Well, there was an RMZ, Robin Dixon's MZ, but that was 2 years ago. So
yes, I am divorced at this time. I am legally divorced at this time. Yes.
How do you feel about that?
It's just crazy how life is. You know, we laugh about it. We, laugh about how much money we spent to get away from each other, and now we're right back. We're like, who does that?
So although
all the trips we could have taken, all the bags I could have, and I spent it on a lawyer, and now I'm right back home. Who does that?
So you're legally divorced, but you're back together.
We're trying to make sure that we are making the right decision. When you love someone and you part ways and you still have those doubts and you still have a yearning for that person and a need for that person in your life. Listen, we are only on this planet for one turn. You would be a fool not to make sure you're making the right decision. And when we found out about our divorce, we were in Mexico together with my family celebrating Christmas last year. We both got the email from our attorneys, and it wasn't like this joyous, like, oh my God, we're divorced, like, let's go, have a toast. It was like gut wrenching, it was like womp womp, Merry Christmas. It was horrible. And so we talked about it, and we talked about our feelings and what we've done wrong and what we should have done and how we would do things differently if we had a second chance. And I think that now we're exploring that.
When it comes to you right now, so here you are, you were a woman that spent, was it like 10 years doing QVC?
Oh, no. I was only at QVC for a couple of years.
A couple of years.
Yeah.
How does one, it's sort of, you know what, because we're from Detroit.
She covered something real big over there that was worldwide. I knew she looked familiar. I ain't gonna lie, Stacy worked in the radio. She did something else too before this.
Reminds me of, you remember like the Mary Kay ladies?
Yes,
have the pink
with
cars?
their pink Cadillacs.
With the pink Cadillacs.
I have gone to many Mary Kay parties.
Yes. So I will always, as a kid, be like, how does one become a Mary Kay lady? So I want to ask you this because I will watch QVC, right? How does one become a QVC host?
Okay, I don't know how other people are getting on the network, but what happened for me is I was teaching yoga for 7 years. I had my own business and I taught yoga for the White House Athletic Center, for the CIA, NASA, American University. I had so many people coming up to me saying, you have such a beautiful voice and such a beautiful spirit. Like, you should do TV. Like, you should really be on TV. And I was like, I have a great life. Like, I teach yoga in my bare feet with no makeup on all day. Like I had my beautiful German husband, working and at home. I had my dog. This was before Bella. And I was like, I'm good. But so many people kept saying it and saying it. So someone said to me, QVC is looking for someone who is in wellness to represent, I think it may have been Puma at the time. It was like an athletic brand. So I said, oh my God, I'm just going to send them a tape and see what happens. So I sent them a tape and I sold a yoga mat. And I basically...
Stacey, you responsible for all the grandmothers and aunties out there? So wiping them cars and taking granddaddy money after all the bills paid with all that crap in there. You are responsible.
basically talked about my yoga mat that I used every single day and how it deepened my own spiritual practice and also helped me to help others. And I just talked for like 10 minutes and they called me and they said, you need to come in. And so I came in and I sold my yoga mat again in my yoga clothes and a tank top. And they were like, who is this person? And I got a call from a woman. Her name is Susan Graver. She called me. She said, hello, is this Stacey Rush? I said, yes. Who's this? She said, my name is Susan Graver. I'm the top selling fashion designer at QVC. And I have been for the past 20 years. And I saw a tape of you selling a yoga mat, and I think you're incredible. And I want you to work for my line selling fashion. I said, well, I'm not, fashion. I was like, I was so like granola. I'm like, And I was like, okay, let's have a meeting. She hired me on the spot. I worked for QVC. And then I started working for QVC in Germany because I'm fluent. I worked for QVC in the UK. So she named me her global brand ambassador, and I worked for QVC all over the world.
You're really good at it.
Well, I love shopping.
No, but no.
But who doesn't love to shop? Okay. Are you kidding me?
No, you can sell anything. So I wanna do a game with you.
A game? Okay.
Hold on.
You know the saying how when someone's a good salesperson, like I'm so good, I could sell water to a well. There's a glass of water. Pick it up, okay? And I want you to look to the. I want you to look to the camera and sell the water to the audience. I want
some water.
And your QVC. This is QVC, and Stacey Rush is selling water to the audience.
Glass of water. Let me think. As we think about the holiday season and we think about what really matters, right? We think about our families, we think about those special moments, but I think it's really important to also keep health in mind. And when you think about health, we all know that hydration is everything. It's one thing to have bottled water in a plastic bottle. Like, where did that come from? How long has it been sitting there? I don't really want water from a fridge. Like, have you changed your filter? I don't know. But this water in this glass, it's the perfect temperature. I mean, how refreshing does this look? Even when I take a sip, I'm speaking a little bit more clear. I'm sitting up a little taller. My thoughts are more clear. I mean, it's really about this water, not just any water. So when you think about your family this holiday,
Stacey, I hope you know when you go to that reunion, they're gonna get you.
Season, when you want to create those memories that last a lifetime, I think you should think about your health and hydration. And cheers and toasting to 2026. I don't know.
Yes!
I'm just talking.
You are everything to me.
I'm just talking.
You're everything. You are everything. Who sells water like that?
I mean, it's a delicious glass of water. Thanks, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Podville.
Yes, thank you, Podville.
How did you feel when you saw the Oscar Award winner Halle Berry?
Oh my God!
Use you.
Can we just talk about it
as a meme? You're a meme queen. Your QVC videos are like iconic.
Okay, and I love that because let me tell you, at the time when I was working at QVC, I was going through a divorce. I was, fighting for my life, thinking about my daughter. I was selling because I needed to sell. Do you hear me? I was a single mom, right? Yeah. Doing what I need.
Can I have a sidebar with y'all? We'll do it in the next one because I want to have a conversation. Because I'm sitting here doing job applications. Y'all know I ain't working, right? And this is what I've been doing. This is my income. Y'all know I want to sell candles and stuff. My sister was like, why would you get a job when that's what you really want to do. So I'm going to take a chance on it. So I hope I have y'all support in January, because I will be selling some candles. I have an idea. Okay.
To do.
Oh, Lord.
So to go back and look at those cells and look at those videos and to see the joy and to see me having fun, I am laughing and enjoying with everyone else. I don't even remember saying those things. I don't even remember what I said about this water. Like, you have to remember who you're talking to. I don't remember what I said 5 minutes ago. So to look at, those videos, I am laughing and just having a ball with everybody else, honestly. It's really, really cool. And I love the validation. There were, some people who were like, oh, I've heard that, like, you were doing anything to be on TV and to get on this show. And I'm like, babe, I've been on TV.
And TV's been on you. You were, listen, I've been doing reality television for 20 years. And I will say this, looking at you, I do feel this way. I feel like God created certain people to be for television. And you are one of those people. Everything about you, your statuesque figure, your height, your beauty, the tone, it's the tone of your voice. You have this glare in your eye. Your teeth is shining.
Not a beady eye.
No, not
Don't
a beady
say
eye.
it's a beady eye.
No. You were made for this. So
thank you.
How did you become a Real Housewife of Potomac?
There is an incredible casting director, Adrian. I know you know him.
Adrian's iconic, bitch.
Adrian.
Hi, Adrian. Icon.
Give him his flowers.
He cast all the Potomac girls.
He believed in me. He believed in me.
How did
Honestly,
he find you?
I don't know how we found each other. How did we find each other? I don't know. Who introduced us? I don't even know how we found each other. How did I meet him? I'm not kidding. I cannot even think of how we met, but I met him and we.
Girl, you need you some fish oil vitamins. You gonna have to take some with me and the other content creators, because we be trying to take some, child. We be forgetting. You need to get some vitamins, Stacy. You what? How you don't? Okay. Everything is a blur, huh? My poor darling.
Sat down and we talked. Then we did like a video together. Then we had a video and Timo was in the video. Like, we just did videos and we talked, and I don't know. I guess I can just say, like, he honestly, he just believed in me. He really did. I wasn't like, pretending. I was just myself and talking. And, he was like, listen, let's do this. And I was like, really? I'm at QVC. I have my own show. I had a line that was coming out. When I left QVC, I had a fashion line under my name that I designed that was debuting in August. And I left that job to join RHOP. I left a fashion line.
You need to go back to it. Meaning, are you? I'm pretty sure QVC is like, is there a way to do a deal with her? I'm hoping you're doing it. Okay, never mind. Okay.
You never know what the future will hold, but I gave up a lot to come home and join the show. But also, it's sort of double-edged sword here. I do want to say that with the divorce, when I was working at QVC is at, they're located at this amazing complex right outside of Philadelphia. So when I was working for QVC, Timo was living in our home in Virginia. We have multiple homes. We have homes in Virginia and multiple properties in Munich. He was living at home in Virginia, and I had Arabella and our au pair in Philly so that I could work on QVC. So our household was split. It was very, very difficult. So I do want to say, coming back to DC, doing the show, having Bella come to her home where her bedroom is, where her friends are, it was wonderful for the emotional stability of my family as well. So it wasn't like I just left QVC to do the show. It was also having a lot to do with Arabella's security in terms of being in her own home, in her own neighborhood, you know, and feeling secure. So it was like perfect timing. Yeah, but Adrian, he did it. It was
Adrian's
him.
fantastic.
He's amazing.
Were you a fan of Potomac before joining?
Absolutely. I watched Potomac at the beginning stages. When it first came on, I was like super excited because it was like in the DMV, you know what I mean? I fell off a little bit as
when you first watched Potomac in the beginning years, who's your favorite?
Definitely Karen. I thought she was hilarious.
Favorite.
I also liked Katie.
Listen, I love Karen. Karen's everybody's favorite. Let me tell you something. Karen not being on this season, I loved all the ladies. Katie's a little questionable now. Okay, we understand. We send our prayers to Katie, but because we know it's something going on. But Karen, I love Giselle. I liked it, Robin. I liked it, Monique. It was fresh, right? But Karen just has this thing, you know? She just got this thing that just make you go, wow. Like, I miss Karen on this season. I'm ready to see her, for real.
Katie's fun.
Katie's amazing. And I wish the best for her. I've heard a lot of things about her. I've never met her.
Me neither.
But I do like her. I remember watching her. And I've spoken to a lot of the other castmates about her. And I think it's safe to say that we all wish her well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on Giselle watching the earlier season?
She's the same person that she is right now.
Which is what?
Pretty and petty. What has changed in 10 years? She's the same person.
You don't think Giselle has grown in 10 years being on the show?
No, because it's allowed. Clearly.
Will you give, okay, between us girls, would you give Giselle this? That she knows how to get the party started?
Yes, absolutely. In terms of stirring the pot?
Yes.
Yes, I will give that to her hands down. Yes.
Is Giselle needed for a Potomac?
Yes, of course. I am respectful, and Giselle, Karen, and I can't even believe my lips are going to form and say this, but because I'm honest and God is watching, I'm going to say this. Even Ashley Darby. These are women who have been the anchor of Potomac for over a decade, and to say that they aren't needed or, you know, they don't have relevancy is preposterous. You know, I give respect where respect is due.
Who do you think is not needed on Potomac anymore?
Who's not needed? I wouldn't say that anyone is not needed. I think that, and honestly, what drew me to Potomac was I loved the ability to join a cast that represents affluent African-American women in our nation's capital with beautiful, diverse lives. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, everyone may not be my cup of tea, but I can appreciate the diversity of our cast and everyone having their own story.
Were you ever a pageant girl?
No, not a pageant girl. Why do you say that?
I mean, you know, that was a good answer.
I mean, that's how,
no, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
Good. I want to talk to you about this season that is on fire. A lot of people, and I'm sure you read the tweets, a lot of people are saying this is Potomac's comeback season.
Really?
They're loving this season, and they feel like this season is funny, and they give you a lot of credit to that. One of the things that we have been seeing this season is, you know, people are saying that they feel like the girls are not being nice to you. They feel like they're ganging up on you.
Because they have eyes, yes.
Okay.
And ears.
Okay. When you reflect back on your experience this season and even watching the episodes, why do you think the audience is walking away thinking like, why is everybody ganging up on Stacey? And do you feel like you're being hazed still?
Yes. And yes. I think, you know, the season was very difficult for me. I would come home and say, am I crazy? What's really going on? You know, you have to like think about yourself and the words that you have chosen and the actions that you have, you know, made. And I'm trying to figure out like, what is really good? Like, why am I rubbing everyone the wrong way? And I really couldn't come up with an answer. And so I think, you know, a lot of times with women, sometimes when we see characteristics in other women that we want, it can be intimidating. And so we lash out. And I think that for some people on the cast, that is the case. You know, you tend to hate on the qualities you wish you had.
Who do you think is your biggest hater on the show?
Definitely Ashley and Kay. Ashley is, if you, and I feel differently about both women. With Ashley, it's expected. I've said that many times. So my expectations are very low because, you know, you got to recognize the devil, but don't let the devil change you. So I know what I'm working with, you know, with Ashley. Now with Kay, I just didn't understand what was the problem. I just have never had someone have such a visceral, aggressive, negative reaction to me, and I've never done anything to them. It was bizarre and a little unhinged, quite honestly.
The audience feels like Kiana is using you for a storyline, using you to remain relevant. A lot of them feel like she is a dog with a bone this season, that because the flute was dangling like a carrot between her and Jazzy and she got it, the audience feels like KK will do whatever it takes to stay on the show, and making you her arch nemesis is what she feels like she has to do. Would you say there's any truth to any of those things?
I really don't know what her problem is. I mean, we could sit here and psychoanalyze.
I got it on mute. My bad, I'm talking. Everybody feel like Kay used as a storyline, but can we be honest though? Let's be honest. Everybody feel like Stacey is a liar. Giselle, Ashley, Angel's getting to know her. Tia feels like that. Karen, Monique. I don't think Monique felt that way. Wendy feels sometimes she doesn't tell everything. I mean, let's be for real.
All afternoon, and I'm gonna need some champagne because I really don't understand what it is. Honestly, I really will never understand it. And it's really sad because, you know, I don't even know if I should be saying this, but last season, when it was made known to me that Kay would in fact be a housewife and Jassy would be a friend, I immediately called Kay and I said, Kay, oh my God, I am so happy for you. She said, Stacey, I can't believe you would call me. I said, I know what this means to you. I said, now, you know, Jassy is my friend. That is my girl. But I think you are beautiful. I think you have something unique to bring to this cast, and I'm happy for you. So I just wanted to call and say congratulations. I cheered for her. And then to see her treat me the way that she has treated me is just, I'll never be able to explain it. It's very strange.
Do you think they made the wrong decision choosing Kay to be a housewife and not Jazzy?
I stand by the decisions that production makes and casting makes. Listen, I'm going to do my job with whoever they choose. Okay.
Would you like Jazzy to be a housewife?
I think that they made the right decisions this season.
Did you?
I would like for Jessie to be a housewife, but I feel like because of who she married to, that's a discussion for them. Because there were some things when they found out she was on the show that just came out, and I think that her and her husband probably working behind that, and they probably don't want that out there because they are working to where it's a family thing. Do I think she should be on the show? Absolutely. Now, I said this before and I say it again. I think Monique will be coming back. That's just me. Not as a friend.
Try to kill Kay with cheese.
Somebody hates you if you order cheese and they have a problem. Okay? If you order food for yourself and someone has a problem, come on now. Like, you guys, seriously, like, I'm a pescatarian. I don't eat meat. I don't eat chicken. Do you know how many meals I sit at on a nightly basis where my family's eating meat, my friends are eating steaks? Do I say, oh my God, are you trying to poison me? Like, girl. And then, like, I saw something the other day, and she was saying, I think it was it Watch What Happens Live? Maybe it was Watch What Happens Live on Sunday.
It was.
And she was saying that she thinks I'm performative. I think I'm reactive. You've come for me over and over again because you thought I was an easy target. And I've answered you to your face and in confessionals. Okay? Don't be mad because I'm doing me better than you're doing you.
Okay. As I watched a few episodes ago, and it's this meme that's gone across the world where, Kay and you are having a one-off, and she says that you're jealous of her, and you said, girl of what? And she goes, my life, my things, my condo, my bed, my everything. What do you have?
My picture frame.
Is it Tiffany's or CBS?
I wish it was Tiffany. That would have made it better.
And
now she picking on Kay about the picture frame, and we thought it was a ring. I still think we're going to get that ring. I'm sorry. I think we're going to get a ring at the engagement at the end of the episode.
Said, I have a husband. Something you don't. I have a ring. Something you do not. When it comes to Kay's relationship with Greg, do you think Greg will ever put a ring on it?
I don't know. And I think that I've been married for many years, divorced and back together with my ex-husband. So I know a thing or two about love. You want your partner to want you.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. I want to shift gears a bit to
I am in so much trouble. My publicist is probably calling my phone. Andy's calling. He's like, you are saying way too much.
How did you feel though? Because I did watch What Happens Live when KK was on it with Dr. Simone.
I love Dr. Simone.
Oh, she's everything.
She is so wonderful.
Love her in real life.
Love her. I met her at Watch What Happens Live. And then I also spent time with her at BravoCon. And I met so many girls from Atlanta at BravoCon. And I fanned out.
Who's your favorite Atlanta housewife?
Oh my God, I'm in love with Portia.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful. She was like, come here, girl. I'm going to tell you how you going to win this show. She was like, come here, girl. I got you. And I was like, yes.
Do you get that?
She's so cute. I love her.
Do you get the Kenya Moore comparisons a lot?
Oh my God, yes. Yes, I do.
Have y'all met?
I haven't met Kenya Moore.
Have y'all DM'd?
No. I've never met her. I've never had the opportunity to speak to her. I adore her. She's a queen. She is someone who represents so much to me as a Black girl being raised in Detroit. She is top tier. You know, we all go through the highs and lows in our lives and our careers, but I stand by her and I adore her, and I'd love the opportunity to meet her.
Yeah,
I think we have a lot in common.
No, I think so too. I mean, she's one of my friends, so as I'm looking at you,
You need to.
I'll make it happen.
You need to get us together.
I will. She's at Dubai right now, child. But you know, I'll figure something out. Sorry, Kenya, it's your business, but it's on Instagram.
She's so beautiful. I love her.
You know, a lot of people, you know, we gave Mia Thornton. Well, I did. I coined the phrase "Mia be lying."
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you heard from Mia recently?
I have not checked in with her, and I was sad to see her unfortunate mishap with the law.
Do you believe she stole furniture?
There is nothing, excuse me, as crazy as Mia is, there is nothing about her personality that would make me think she was a thief. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So, and I don't, laugh at other people's misfortunes. So I hope she's okay.
Yeah, I checked in with her. She's doing good.
Is she okay?
She's taking it. Yeah, I checked in with her.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. People call you Stacey be lying.
They do.
Yeah, Stacey.
No, they do not. I am all over Twitter.
Carlos, why you telling my business? Listen, I be under Carlos' thing. And I say, well, Mia be lying, but Stacey be lying. Wait, what happened?
Oh my God. All right, Lynn.
Hold on, y'all. Listen, we're gonna do a reaction video. I want to do 2 reactions. Okay. I want to do 2 reactions on courts. I'm gonna start doing some reaction videos with y'all as well. We're gonna do cocoa butter reactions too, so I just want to let y'all know that, and I'm gonna say that the next. So we're gonna do a lot of reactions over here. All right.
Is a thief? No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So, and I don't laugh at other people's
misfortunes.
So
no, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I checked in with her. She's doing good.
Is she okay?
She's taking it. Yeah, I checked in with her.
I'm not.
After that.
People call you Stacey be lying.
They do.
Yeah, Stacey.
No, they do not.
Oh, yes, they do.
I am all.
And I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I have said it. I said I feel like she be lying sometimes. I am one. I am one. I'm not gonna sit here and hold you, girl. I feel like that, child. I feel like sometimes you be lying. I said it and I put it under his comments. I sure did. Listen, I like you, Stacey. Sometimes you have caught on with the shade. I'm proud of you, but you also have caught on with only letting know what you can have known at one point. You don't let everything be known. So that's just me, okay? I feel like you don't tell everything. It kind of make you look like a liar, or you're a lie to save face because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Over Twitter laughing at the comments. Oh my goodness. People roast me. It is so funny. I laugh so hard. I literally laugh until I'm crying and I call my friends and then they laugh with me.
So you don't mind the negative comments?
No, it's hilarious.
You're a star.
Are you kidding me?
No, as the king of reality television, I can assure you. Listen, Angel wrote me a comment with me, Dustin and Claudia. Dustin Ross, a fellow Michigander.
Love Dustin.
Said some things about Angel based on the show, which is our job as content hosts and creators. Rihanna, who watches the show, Rihanna commented on my video. You saw that. So of course I'm like Queen Rihanna, and listen, I don't care if it's good, bad, or indifferent. When
Rihanna talks about it, we're gonna acknowledge it.
We're gonna acknowledge it.
Absolutely.
But Angel said,
Rihanna, Beyonce talk about it, you're gonna jump to it. That's just what it is.
For me to be so boring, you guys spend every week talking about me. And I was like, well, Angel, I don't know you. Like, we're talking about the show, and I'm like, have fun. It's a fun gig. So
I think that Angel, quite honestly, is at the point where I was when I had to kick Tia out of my event. I think that you can only take so much, and then you kind of say enough is enough. And I think that maybe that's where Angel is right now. I think Angel is very much aware of what people are saying about her. Everyone has their opinion, and I think that she's reacting to that. And that was how I felt about Tia. You know, it was so difficult for me because, you know, and I was talking about your girl Claudia earlier and her comments about Timo. We can table that. But I think it's quite obvious that Timo is appearing for me because he loves his wife. And for me to allow Tia to come and spend time with Timo and my daughter and my daughter's friends, to invite her in to get to know me. You know, everyone's like, you know, we don't get to know the real you. We don't know anything about you. So I actually invited someone into my circle, and they used that opportunity, or I should say Tia used that opportunity to do like recognizance and like do fact checks to bring it back to the group, and then start some mess with Wendy, and then come to my event and disrespect me and tell me to shut up on my day. You're eating the sandwich that I paid for at this celebration for me and my brand, and you have the nerve to be so duplicitous and to be so disrespectful. I think I was just tired of so many people ganging up on me, and someone who I actually thought was level-headed and neutral, to see them join the bandwagon. I had had enough. And I feel like Angel is at that point.
When it comes to Angel, do you think what? Okay. I think Angel is, first of all, I think she's a beautiful woman.
She's beautiful.
I think she's so beautiful.
Facetune or not.
Facetune or not. Listen, we all do a little Facetune, a little filter.
Love Facetune.
So I had her back, but this is...
Let the record reflect.
Yes. We all use a little
Hello.
Facetune. It's fun.
That's right. Angel don't look like her pictures. They tried to say Angel do a lot of filters, and that don't look like her.
So listen, I had her back on the
But let's be for real, who don't use filters? Because most of them have used filters on their Instagram posts.
on my show, when I said, okay, Giselle, stop. And I love me some Giselle.
Right.
I'm like, okay, Giselle, the catfish thing, albeit funny, listen, who cares, right? But I do feel like Angel has this delayed reaction when it comes to people coming for her and misdirected anger. I do not, till this day, understand why Angel is so pressed when it comes to Wendy, when I feel like Giselle is the one coming for you every chance she gets, because that's Giselle's job.
Right.
But you, for some reason, are going down the highway express lane, HOV lane, with Bobby, and you're coming for Dr. Wendy when I feel like do a U-turn and go back to Giselle, on the street where the word is at and get her lashings.
Make it make sense.
I don't. So I don't.
At
But can you explain
Giselle's-
to me, because you're there?
I sat in disbelief as viewers sit in disbelief watching it. I don't understand. And I think that, you know, people may call me performative or, you know, whatever. I think that one thing that you can say about me is that I am authentic in the moment. I say how I feel in the moment, whether you agree or not, whether you think it's a lie or the truth. I say how I feel. I think it's a disservice to Angel to not say something, go home and think about it, consult with her husband, take notes, and then come back and address it when we've already moved beyond that issue. That's just my opinion.
It's a fact, because I agree with you. Do you really believe?
Be who you are in the moment. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's not right. I've said things that, you know, I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Or why didn't I say this? Or what about this? We're human beings. You can only be yourself and say how you feel. But you can't sit on things and think about it and form a reaction and then make us backtrack. We are moving on. You know how many people are on the cast? You know how many things we have to talk about and how many celebrations and dates and lunches and family parties we got to go to and get this season done? Girl, we have moved on, you know?
Yeah.
And I hate that for her.
I do too.
But maybe that's what her spirit calls for. You know, I don't want to knock anybody. That's never my intention.
No.
I'm just saying from my point of view, I would rather speak your truth in the moment. Whatever truth it is for you, speak it and be done with it. But you can't sit on it.
Do you think she moved to Potomac to be on the show?
You know, I think that making the commitment to be on this show is really big, and people underestimate what.
I have to say this. Angel is journalism. I don't think she moved to Potomac for the show. I don't. She's journalism. I just don't think she did.
What that entails, especially when you have a family with 2 young children. So I think Angel made the best decisions for her family that she could at the time.
You are really good. Bravo, get us one more show. Crisis management. Tia, is there room for you and Tia to ever become friends?
I think that time will tell.
Okay.
I'm disappointed that Tia jumped on the hate Stacey train. I'm disappointed with the way that she treated my family. I'm disappointed with the way that she treated me.
Stacey, I disagree with that. You treated her dirty and her family wrong first. I have to disagree. I'm sorry. But okay.
Me at the Bloom Ball and at my launch. But we all make rookie mistakes.
I want to talk to you about your friendship with Dr. Wendy.
Yes.
We love the 2 of you together.
Aren't we fun?
You guys are fun. And the fact that I saw a picture you posted last week, you guys were hanging out without getting too much in the weeds of it.
Can you imagine that we met for lunch and we were both wearing black and we both...
Can I say something? I love Wendy. This is not a shot. But I feel like Wendy and Stacey friendship is because Wendy doesn't have that real connect friendship with all the other ladies like she did with Candace. And I feel that's what it is. She had it with Kay and Kay called her out. And I'm hearing that's the same thing Candace did. And that's what gave her friendship over to Stacey. That's just how I see it.
Both had dark hair with blonde highlights. And what's crazy is Wendy and I, every time we see each other when we're filming, we're like, girl, don't wear black. You know, we love color. Color loves us. We always wear bright colors. So for us to both show up at lunch in all black everything with the same hair we were like laughing. You can't make it up. Like,
I love
it's
her.
so crazy.
I think, listen, I've been around Dr. Wendy. She is beautiful inside and out.
She is.
We all know what's been going on lately in the press. What can you
She
say
sure
to
is.
us in terms of how she is doing right now?
I think that every time I speak to Wendy, whether we're talking about the show, whether we're talking about our children, whether we're talking about the holiday season or shopping, whatever we're talking about, I see in her a deep connection to her faith and a reliance on her faith during this time. And I love to see that.
When
She talks a lot about her faith and relying on God. And I think that that's paramount above all this, above the lights, above the show, above the charges, above the girls, is your faith and your soul. And I think that I feel comfortable enough to say that every time I talk with her, I'm so proud of her and her connection to God.
Yeah, no, she's a very spiritual person.
She is.
Oh, yeah. Would you say of all the girls on the cast, you're the closest to her?
Yes. I'm definitely the closest to Wendy right now. Yes.
When it comes to your cannabis line.
Yes.
I mean, Stacey, you did say last season you weren't doing it, and come to find out you are.
I wasn't doing it when it was asked of me.
Stacey, you had no conversations about it.
Listen,
I'm listening.
Carlos, you of all people know that when we are talking about deals and contracts and money, you don't talk about things until they are a thing. So when I talked about my brand was when I needed to talk about it. And I don't care who asks me about it or who challenges me or who tries to one-up me or be premature and announce something. I really don't care. You got to play chess, baby. Are you kidding me? I announced it when it launched because that's when it launched. Facts. You can't argue that.
I can't argue that. And listen.
And I have offered to show Wendy contracts, dates, conversations to prove that I did not have my brand. It was not formed when we shot the reunion in New York in January of last year. I've offered it to the girls. I've offered it to Wendy. Nobody wants to see it. Of course they don't.
Have you heard from TJ?
No.
Do you miss your best friend?
No. I think it's very clear that he wasn't my best friend, right?
Does it make you sad when you think about it?
It doesn't make me sad. I think, honestly, I think to have the kind of faith that I have and that God has me in any circumstance. When I am at the top of my game and the world loves me, and when I am at the bottom of the barrel and I want to hide my head because I'm embarrassed and I can't believe I've been betrayed, under any circumstance, God has me. And when you know that, you can revisit moments in your life where awful things have happened to you and realize, yes, it hurt. Yes, it was unbelievable. In the moment, it hurt you physically. It hurt you emotionally.
I already knew her and TJ wasn't going to talk. After that, I knew that was a done deal.
Hurt you mentally, but it was for a reason. Everything happens to us. It's all in divine timing. It happens for a reason. If that didn't happen to me, maybe I wouldn't know how strong I am right now, right? Who knows? So under any circumstance, I have faith that God has my back. So I don't look at things that happen to me. And of course, there are things that happen that I'm sad about. You know,
Yeah.
But in these circumstances, you know, I learned something about myself. I learned that I'm stronger than I thought that I am. And I also learned to be, you know, I'm a very open, organic sort of, you know, free spirit. And I love people and I trust people. And I think that God taught me to be a little bit to hold myself a little closer and to be a little bit more aware of my circle and who I let into my life. I think there was a lesson there. I think there was a lesson there on how when people try to diminish you, how it's impossible when you can't be diminished. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I learned so many valuable lessons, albeit painful lessons. So I don't think of it in that way. I'm not sad. My life is too full and too beautiful to be sad. That's ridiculous. What do I have to be sad about? Look at me. I'm sitting here with you. My daughter's at school. She had a beautiful 10th birthday party. I'm going to Africa on Friday. My God, the show's doing well. I mean, the face is facing. Like, what in the world could I be sad about? That's preposterous. My life is too beautiful to be sad. I refuse to be sad.
That's good. That's good. That's good. 2 more questions, then we're gonna go. Chris Samuels was a big topic of conversation this season.
Mm-hmm.
You hung out with him. The shady iPhone camera producer, you know, in the ceiling, being Spider-Man, capture the moment of you talking about it. Did that gag you? You
was like, well, I am clearly still a rookie because I didn't know these cameras were on. I thought we stopped filming. Let me tell you, I had taken off my lashes, taken off my lipstick. We were calling it a night. Oh my God, these producers.
The producers be
y'all
producing.
are vicious.
Okay.
You're always on, baby. Just
I didn't know that.
You're
So I'm
always
talking
on.
about other people making rookie mistakes, and clearly I am still a rookie, you know? I didn't know that that was captured. So when I saw it online, I was like, well, damn. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, but I said what I said.
Okay, so for the record, you and Chris Samuels, did y'all go out on 2 dates? Just 2 dates? Just 2?
You are so crazy. Did we go on 2 dates?
That's my understanding.
We didn't go on any dates.
Y'all had a one-on-one. Y'all
when
met?
did we have a one-on-one, Carlos?
I saw the photo.
What do you mean the photo? What photo did you see?
That's a picture of you and him sitting at a table.
At a corner, a long table of 25 people. And you saw a picture of us at the end of the table. Is that what you saw?
I didn't see the wide shot. The picture I saw was the one they showed on the TV screen.
So I'm sitting at a table of 25 people, and that means I'm dating someone. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah. I didn't see the wide shot. They didn't show the elongated table.
Of course they didn't.
So was Chris Samuels ever flirty with you? Because I did see the text messages. I watched the show.
Why do you guys want him to?
Well, no. I watched the show. But you read the text. He said, hi, you look beautiful, because you saw the magazine cover
of Arabella and I on Potomac Lifestyle magazine.
And you ignored him. And he said, hi, and you ignored him again. And then he heard word on the street was that you guys were talking about him on camera, and he texted you again.
Even with all that, that doesn't mean that he's not a nice guy. I don't have anything bad to say about Chris.
No, it wasn't that.
And I'm not going to ever say, like, I feel like I'm never going to say anything bad about him. He was a nice person, very respectful. Of course, you know how small this area is when we talk about our circle of people with us. It is what it is.
Was he attracted to you?
I think you would have to ask Chris.
Did he ever ask you out on a date?
What do you mean?
Did he ever say, hi, I would like to take you out to dinner or drink?
He's never said that. No.
No. Okay.
No. He's never asked me that question. No.
Okay. Okay. Have you heard from him recently?
I pride myself on my friendships. So I think that if there are any questions that you want to ask Chris about me, you should probably ask Chris.
That's fair. Can I ask Cookie? Because Cookie knows everything. What?
What did I do to deserve that? What did I do, Carlos? Can you just tell me, like, what did I do? I showed up in a beautiful dress. I came to support Giselle and non-existent Robin. How are you not at your own party? Okay. Giselle just gets away with anything. Giselle gets away with not having a man on the show.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Is she saying that Giselle and Cookie are cool and coy and telling the business for real? Child, grab your teacup.
And being exposed for dating someone, yet going and filming an entire dating show called The Love Hotel when you're actually dating someone here in the DMV. No one says anything. I'm the only one that says something. Giselle has an event to celebrate her business. Her business partner isn't there, and we just accept that? Like, really? Giselle says I shouldn't be trusted around women or what does she say? I shouldn't be trusted around Giselle says I shouldn't be trusted around husbands or children. And her bestie is out here kissing her friend's son. Oh, really, Giselle? Ugh, I almost threw up in my mouth a little bit when Ashley admitted that. I would have taken that to my grave. Are the pickings so slim? You dating your friend's son?
They not dating, but they had something.
The streets are rough. The streets are rough.
And my
when
friend,
you got to dip in, what are you doing? Ooh.
Oh.
Well, Stacey, in conclusion, as we celebrate you being,
is it over? Are you kidding me?
I can talk to you all day.
Why are we stopping?
Because I think
we should go have lunch.
I mean, I have a flight to cash, but we can figure things out.
I want to come with you.
I flew in just for you.
You did?
Yeah, I flew in today.
Oh my God.
My flight landed at 1:15 and it leaves at 5:40.
Thank you for flying in for me.
Thank
you for inviting me and acknowledging me. I'm so happy to meet you. Thank you.
I'm happy to meet you. I wanna say this to you as somebody who did season 1, episode 1 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta in 2008. Okay. Also did Jersey 2009, too, season 1, episode 1. Anyway, with all that being said,
among other things.
Hi, thank you. Okay. Now, with that being said, I do want to say this to you. You have the I and the T. And one of the main reasons we all love you is because you are organically you.
Thank you.
You are authentic. You're not trying to be the moment. You really you really show up and you're just you. And that's why the audience loves you. It's the reason why you are the most celebrated reality star of this year, not only on this podcast, but for the world at large. You were featured in Vanity Fair. Halle Berry is reposting you. You're on Drew Barrymore's show. Do you know what I mean? Like, these aren't things that just comes to everybody. It doesn't. And I've seen many girls. I've seen many girls who want that sort of recognition, and they unfortunately do things that are seen as thirsty to attain it. So I applaud you for being authentically you. And my advice to you is this. my advice to you is this, okay?
I know y'all think I don't have ears, but let me.
No. I'm gonna give you Carlos King's advice is this, okay? You have a lot of potential, okay? Don't believe the hype, but enjoy it. There's a difference. It's sort of like when you're on a roller coaster and you're enjoying the moment of the highs and the lows in those quick 20 seconds or whatever, but you don't believe that, oh, well, that's going to be something that I can experience, every time I'm on a roller coaster in an amusement park. You're in the moment. So I do not want you to be somebody who makes the mistake of, feeling themselves and thinking like, oh, I'm beloved and I'm this, and then it goes away, because it goes away. God will humble you if you take your blessings for granted, and God will humble you when you think it's all about you. When you think it's all about you. And you have so much potential to go very, very, very far in this business. And I am honored that you have said yes to being on this podcast. I don't take that for granted. And I want you to know, as a fellow Michigander, the entire city of Detroit, we are proud of you. And
you're going to make me cry.
We are very proud of you, and continue representing you. Not the community, not the race, not the gender. You continue to represent you. And that's how you win. Okay?
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Stacey Rush!
Carlos King!
That was a good interview. Oh, now she said why her note was better than Ashley. You know what? This reunion is finna be a mess. It has confirmed, and we have notes that it's going to be a tragedy. I ain't ready for the reunion right now. Stacey done let the cat out the bag, and I know once they see this interview that she has done, I know when they see it, they are going to have a fit. Do you hear me? They're going to have a fit. Okay? They're going to have a fit. So, they are going to have a fit, child. We already know it's going to be a mess when they discuss this, honey. Listen, I'm excited. I am ready. Oh, excuse me. I am ready. I had saw something that caught my eye. My bad. I am ready for Real Housewives of Atlanta. I am ready for Potomac. I am reunion. I am ready for everything. I am ready for us to discuss this. This is wonderful. Okay. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you are here tomorrow night. I am going to be covering tomorrow morning Kaylee, the story Kaylee again. There are some updates, so we're going to cover that. And I'll be back with doing another part of Olivia versus everybody, and then tomorrow we'll just cover that part of tomorrow and get into some other things. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I hope to see you tonight, tomorrow morning, and tomorrow night. Bye.
Roman on 7 days, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take it, things and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God.